Well, hello, special lady. Well, howdy doody, Miss Essie. What a holiday enrichment spread you have there in front of you. Welcome, everyone. Happy Monday. Welcome to a new week. Christmas Eve week, I almost could say. On the eve of the Christmas holiday here in the U.S. Looking forward to celebrating it this Saturday, but obviously we can see Bobcat Essie has gotten a jump on things. Hey, Krista, thanks for joining us. Good afternoon, Sue Fott. Hiya, Danielle Z. Essie's cruising around her habitat, and not only does Miss Essie have some enrichment here, but we also have a portion of her meal, and so I'm sure Essie's going to come zipping down here. I'm going to give Essie plenty of room here. Welcome, everyone. If you're just joining us, that is Bobcat Essie, not only enjoying the second half of her lunch, but hopefully soon to be enjoying some holiday enrichment. Obviously, since many of us will be celebrating oh yeah, he says, I need a little space for my chicken, she says. He says, yes, indeed. That's a big, beautiful piece of succulent chicken, Miss Essie. And she says, would you believe it? I used to be privately owned, and I was eating a cat food kibble. I was drinking out of what many would know as a hamster water bottle, just one of those drip water bottles. And now Essie is living life as a full-fledged bobcat, as was intended, living here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, a wild at heart life, a rescued life at that. But nonetheless, happy that Miss Essie is able to stretch her wild tendencies. And I saw one of my snowflakes blowing around, and can't blame Miss Essie for maybe that caught her off guard. Look at you all the way up there. It is a chilly day here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. I'll have to zoom in on Miss Essie while she grooms. Not only is it in the 20s, but man, we have some pretty chilly wind chill. And obviously a cat like Essie, she's got plenty of options to keep warm. I'm looking at her heated den box, which is outside here in her habitat. And obviously she can go right into her indoor bungalow that's going to be temperature controlled, Miss Essie. And she says, yeah, that's a perfect spot, just like here, to keep these paws nice and clean. And I'm hoping that once Miss Essie does some grooming after her meal here, that we are going to see a little action down here in our holiday enrichment spread. And you'll notice that we have kind of some of your classic items. Actually, some of those were donated Syntax. One of our hardworking caretakers, Jackie, her loving mother, has a class of students that she teaches, and they made some scent sacks for the cats. And so we're hoping Miss Essie will take advantage of those scent sacks as well. You might look and see there's something lumped up on top of that box, that Christmas present looking box, Miss Essie. And that I received on good authority from caretaker Elise, that you like fur, Miss Essie. Obviously, that fur has been acquired cruelty-free just from when we've been doing any type of groomings. For instance, like Cookie, the dog, we still have some of her fur left over. And Miss Essie, we're holding out, pretty lady. Maybe I can catch up on some comments while Miss Essie is observing things from afar. Hey, Belinda, thanks for joining us. Corey S. says, hello, kitties. Essie says, hello, right back. Let's see. Nancy Hodel saying, wonderful gifts for beautiful Essie. How eloquently put, Nancy. I think Elise just gave a little motivation. Another piece of chicken here for Miss Essie. And I also need to be cognizant of making sure that I'm not crowding her. So I'm going to lock down right here. And as I mentioned earlier, Essie, as one of our rescued residents here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, shares a past of many here at TWS, and it's that of private ownership. Essie was owned by an individual here we thought Essie would make an appropriate pet. And unfortunately, Essie, she did have an indoor space she was living in and an outdoor space, but this outdoor space was just on a hard substrate and concrete. So Miss Essie had never even touched grass before coming to the Wildcat Sanctuary. That's as she's playing with her little chicken piece there. And I mentioned earlier, Essie also wasn't receiving the type of diet that a bobcat should receive. And Essie was just eating a regular old dry food, like a cat kibble. Obviously now here, living her wild at heart life, she's taking full advantage of the healthy, nutritious, and vital diet that a wildcat like her would need. Are you enjoying that chicken piece over there? I'll tell you what, Essie, I got some cold fingertips. Holy heck. Loving the little feet shakes too. Lisa Parker saying, love it when they run with their with pride with their trophy. That's right. Miss Essie definitely scooted along with that little chicken piece, and you are just so proud of it, aren't you, Miss Essie? And kind of as I'm zoomed in here, I know I'm zooming in on Essie. She's right in the corner of her free-roaming habitat here. But another thing you're going to notice about Essie is look how well she blends in. Obviously, we're lacking a lot of foliage here at the sanctuary since it is winter, but nonetheless, I always love seeing the abilities that our bobs and all of our Wildcat residents have at camouflaging and blending into their surroundings. Essie is having, is treating her chicken piece almost with how I thought she would treat her gift-wrapped enrichment down here. She says, ooh. Essie's also giving us a great display of how effective those little claws are that she has. And I'm not going to make too much of a movement here because I want Essie to stay comfortable while she consumes that chicken piece. Niece Wenzel, look at this. Let's see. Got myself an Xmas gift of the Wildcat Sanctuary. You got a tote bag from our website. How absolutely awesome. That's a cool gift to gift yourself. That admittedly is one of my favorite things to do around the holiday season is gift things to myself. Obviously, I'm all about being generous to others, but that's fun, niece, that you went ahead and made sure that you got exactly what you wanted this holiday season. Oh, Essie. Can't help but laugh here. Welcome, everybody, if you're just joining us. I almost want to say this has been a saga of where Judson has attempted to provide some of our Wild at Heart residents some fun-themed holiday enrichment, but where the saying has held true for about 3 or 4 of these live posts now, that cats will be cats will be cats. Essie is saying, hey, I'd rather fool around with this chicken piece before I eat it. We had Enzo and Athena taking their sweet time with their holiday enrichment. Who else did we see? Winona, who also enjoyed the holiday enrichment at her own pace. But it seems like, Essie, when we think we know you cats, we just need to step back and really think. Yeah. And Yada, maybe that is a good suggestion. Should have left the box open for her to get inside. Maybe that is the case, Miss Essie. Maybe that is the case. Let's see if I can give Essie a little space. I can always go and walk around and see if I see some other bobs here in Wildcat Pines. We'll wait for her to do some grooming, and we're going to check back in with Miss Essie. I got to put my hand in my pocket. Woo! Well, welcome, everybody. Hope everybody's doing okay out there. I am excited to be bringing everybody another awesome live post here at the Wildcat Sanctuary where we get to visit with the residents that you all do so much to support. And since caretaker Elise was with me, I have a couple bobcats who certainly just got their meal, but know that, hey, I see a caretaker over there. Maybe, oh maybe, Belvedere over here says, if I give her a couple extra huffs and maybe a couple extra puffs, I'll get another piece of food. Just like our domestic cats at home. It's never enough, is it, Mr. Belvedere? Hey, pretty boy. Yeah, we're going to give Essie a little space, and hopefully she enjoys her holiday enrichment. So, everybody, I had one thing that I really wanted to cover on this live post, and you may have saw it earlier. We posted it around noon here on our Facebook page, Mr. Belvedere. And you see how I was walking along with Belvedere, and it's Elise who's a little farther up, whom Belvedere knows. That's the one to keep up with. Who can blame them? But you guys, we might even saw that we announced that we have recently acquired a new intern house right in downtown Sandstone, and we're looking forward to having a new group of interns move in there this January. But this is an empty house, and we just went from one intern house to two intern houses, which means we need all types of amenities to fill these households. And so starting today, going on hopefully until we can cross about just about everything off that list, we're hoping to ask you to help us shop for some of those much needed items on that wish list, and helping make that home for the caretakers a home away from home, or our interns, while they are taking 6 months out of their lives, volunteering their time, hoping to gain experience in the field and be a professional one day when it comes to giving animal care. We're hoping to give them a home away from home, and looking forward to seeing if we can cross some of those items off the list. You'll see anything from bedding to towels, any type of odds and sods that help keep your house running smoothly, paper towel holders, cutlery, things like that. So anything that you can imagine, hey, you're taking your son or daughter moving into college, and you have to go to your Target or local Walmart or whatever and just get everything. That's essentially what we're having to do with this intern house. So we're really hoping that some of you guys would be able to help us out with that, Miss Essie. And speaking of helping us out, Essie, help the paparazzi out, And now I'm wondering if maybe Essie has gone into her bungalow. Man alive! Well, we'll head down this direction in Wildcat Pines. Hope we can get a good vantage point on another cat. I still don't want to go too far away from Essie, because I really am holding out and hoping that she's going to want to take advantage of her themed enrichment. I see some bobcats over here waiting for caretaker Elise as well. Hello, Mr. Copper. Mr. Archer. Oh, so this is fun. So everybody knows where Elise is going to be coming from. You can see Bobcat Sarge has found his strategic positioning there. See a great question as I was zooming in on Sarge there. I see Deborah asking, how many interns will the new house hold? So we are going to be having a total of 9 interns this upcoming semester, or I wanted to say semester, It kind of does feel like college sometimes around here. But we will have 9 interns coming this next session. So a total of 9 TWS interns will be going into that new house. So you can imagine that's a lot of bunk beds, a lot of bedding for those bunk beds, obviously a lot of cutlery and dishware that any of those new interns would need to make themselves feel at home and make all types of dishes. I know that food, my stomach is the best way to making me feel at home. I think I could be just about anywhere on this planet, but if I'm able to eat the food that I know that makes me feel like home, that goes a long way, Mr. Glenn. And what a beautiful zoom close-up that we have on Mr. Bobcat Glenn here. And how cute. Sarge was just showing off to Morgan over here, and I missed that, but I'm going to go back to Mr. Glenn over here. Because that's a special cat who we don't get to see just hanging out in the open like this. Hopefully we can talk a little bit more about the intern house too. Oh, big stretch from Glenn. And we can let him reposition himself if he wants to. And I'm zoomed way in on Glenn. Glenn obviously is a little bit more shy, on the shyer side. And who can blame him? That's totally fine. Mr. Glenn is entitled to living his wild at heart life to whatever standard he wishes. So if he, appreciates less time on live posts and more attention from his furry friends like Sarge and Morgan, he is going to get that. And speaking of attention, Mondovi wants attention from Bobcat Sarge. And Bobcat Sarge, he says, I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that, pretty boy. What do you think, Mr. Sarge? We're hanging out here at the Wildcat Sanctuary trying to spend time with some of our medium rescued residents. We saw Bobcat Essie at the beginning of this post. I'm hoping that we are going to be able to put a nice bow on the end of the live post, no pun intended, by ending it with Essie as well, with her Christmas enrichment, where we get to see her unravel that bow, Mr. Sarge. I'm going to creep back over this direction. And welcome, everyone. If you have been joining us, I really do appreciate your patience today. And obviously, that's just one of the many reasons that you guys support us here at the Wildcat Sanctuary is, we're never going to force our cats to do anything. If Essie doesn't want to come out and enjoy her enrichment during the live post, that's totally fine. And that's the beauty of living here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. Our rescued residents get to make choices, and we encourage them to make choices. And Miss Essie has made a choice of saying the paparazzi is a nothing but chopped liver. He is nothing but chopped liver for this pretty little Bob. Catch up on some comments here. Maybe I can clarify or answer any questions. That's not the greatest angle, Miss Essie. See someone commenting, it's a pretty area you're walking through. That's correct. I'm in a region of the sanctuary that we call Wildcat Pines. I'm right on the border of another area that we call Quarantine. And obviously here in Wildcat Pines, all of our habitats being species specific, this is where a majority of our rescued bobcats live. And so cats like Essie have a little bit different style of a habitat than what you would find out in the main part of the sanctuary, where more of our cougars, lions, leopards, and tigers live. Essie's habitat is going to have a roofed habitat. That's also per our accreditation. For any climbing cat, they need to have a roofed habitat. And also, there's lots of trees, I'm sure you saw. And so we've incorporated those trees into all of these habitats here. And Miss Essie loves them. As a matter of fact, Essie, I think the last time you were featured on a live post, you went climbing one of those trees. I was watching Tammy do a live out here. And I think that was in the same week we also saw Lynx Ramsey climbing a tree. So it seemed like it was just the week to be taking advantage of Mother Nature's enrichment, I should say. I see some movement from Essie. Big stretch from a pretty girl. Sue Fott says, everything is on cat time. So it seems, Sue. I did see some movement from Essie. I'm surely wondering if she thinks it's about time to play with her enrichment. We have some snowflakes set up for her. We have some fur enrichment. We have everything that a Bob like you could eat, Essie. And I see you found your chicken piece too.
Copy.
Oh, Holly, going and making my day with this comment. No matter how awful my day is, how bad my mood, these sanctuary strolls make everything better. Thank you. Holly, thank you. That's such a sweet, kind, and obviously transparent comment. We very, very much appreciate any type of impact that we can have on you and all of our supporters here. And whether it's the story of Essie and all that you guys have made possible for her, maybe it's just tuning in and seeing the cats and, partaking in the community that we have here. You're always appreciated. And thank you so much for that comment, Holly. And now look at Essie go, huh? Are you playing with that chicken? I have never seen a goofier bobcat, Miss Essie. Oh, you pretty little girl, And so one other thing that you're going to see is it's only about 2:30 or so here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, and I'm just going to zoom out here. And you can see the shadows are getting really long. The sunlight is almost kind of getting a golden hue. We are having some very, very short days here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. Actually, leading up to the winter solstice coming up in December, we are in our shortest stretch of the days of year in terms of daylight. And it always gives everyone a little bit more of a perspective. I know it's the frigid, cold winter up here in the north, but not only is it frigid and cold, but it's also dark. And caretakers still have their full list of, objectives to complete for the day. And it's always amazing to see that they're able to accomplish their schedules, whether it be spring, summer, fall, or winter. And admittedly, Essie, I like this type of sunlight for taking photos. Makes great cat photography lighting. But unfortunately, when that sun's already dark when we're all getting out of here at about 5 p.m., that's not the best, is it, Miss Essie? Yeah. Now you're enjoying that, aren't you? Jeannie Curry says, "Happy cats make me smile." I'd like to say just about every single cat here at the Wildcat Sanctuary is happy. Well, happy by their own definition, at least, I'd like to think. And I'm sure Melody, my awesome media intern, has provided a link to the wish list of some of the items that we need from the intern house. And I know I sound like a broken record and say the wish list is full, But I was just going through and looking at some of the items before the live post, Miss Essie, and it is full. If it's been full before, it is full. And a lot of them, as you would imagine, are just items to help us fill up that new intern house. January is going to be here before we know it. You're going to be meeting a new media intern from me. You're going to be meeting some of our new animal care interns that are going to be joining us during the winter session. And we're hoping that we can have the new intern house outfitted and ready to go for when everybody arrives. I think it should be around the 3rd of January, Miss Essie. Yeah, and like I said, it's, maybe not the most glamorous ask, Miss Essie, but certainly essential. These interns are so vital to our operations here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. Not only are they just an immense help for all aspects that happen here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, but we're also proud to help them build experience for the field that they want to go into, animal rescue or animal husbandry, any type of animal caregiving. It's special that they're able to come here, and obviously we want them to have the best 6-month experience possible, the 6 months of their time they've given here to the cats of the Wildcat Sanctuary. And that's the least we can do, Miss Essie, is make sure they have some forks and knives and plates and bedding. I think there was even a couch on there. Really do appreciate anyone so far who has shopped that list for some of our soon-to-be interns and those who will be considering. Very much appreciated. Daniel K is saying, "I will not be around till next Monday, so happy holidays to you all." Hey, Daniel. Thanks for spreading the cheer. Happy holidays to you as well. safe travels to wherever you're going for your destination. Looking at some more comments here. Always love it when our TWS followers are getting involved and are commenting and liking and makes life easier for the paparazzi because I want to engage you. I want to talk to our TWS supporters and answer your questions and reread your comments. You know it. You know it, Miss Essie. I love the folks. And I know I've been zoomed way in on Miss Essie, but just to give anyone who's just joining us a little bit more of a perspective, Essie has decided to go way back to the far corner of her habitat. She's just polishing off a little chicken piece, second part of her lunch that caretaker Elise gave her. And I am still hoping that Miss Essie will maybe come out and enjoy her enrichment. But nonetheless, I have my camera and the golf cart, and I'm going to be staking out here soon. Amanda Peters, I was wondering, Amanda Peters saying winter solstice tomorrow. I was just talking about how dark it's been here in northern Minnesota. Woo! Bring it on, winter solstice. I am ready for the days to get longer. When my alarm went off at about 6 a.m. this morning, it was darker than it's ever been. And, getting out of bed, it's not the easiest job, but especially when it's pitch black outside and you're trying to get out of bed, Miss Essie, doesn't make the equation any easier. So looking forward to the days getting longer. Thanks for the meteorological update there, Miss Amy Peters. Hinyata saying, I'm always jealous of the interns. I would love to take photos of the cats. I would surely imagine, Hinyata, since you have such an incredible knack for taking screenshots, too. So, Betty Winter, tomorrow is the shortest day of the year. Good, all right. Because I was waking up this morning being like, man alive, it is dark. I knew that the solstice was coming soon, but glad to see that it is happening tomorrow. So Jeannie Curry saying, here in Ohio, it's dark by 5 p.m. Woo! Yep. Pretty much the same here, probably about a little earlier. I maybe want to say maybe just after 4 it would be dark here at the sanctuary. Are you enjoying yourself, Miss Essie? Have I been zoomed in on you the whole time? Maybe I'll go see if I can see Belvedere or Francis. Hang out with the folks for just a little bit longer. Obviously, Essie has some holiday-themed enrichment that she's enjoying. I see Mr. Autumn over here. And Christmas Eve being this Friday, Christmas Day on Saturday. You all can look forward. Oh, look at you, Mr. Autumn. He is loving the sunlight. But obviously, everyone can look forward to plenty of holiday-themed live posts and photos throughout the rest of the week here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. Letting everybody know what we're thankful for as 2021, believe it or not, is coming to a close, and surely hoping that you all had just as special as a year as we did here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, because certainly is just another year at the Wildcat Sanctuary that wouldn't have been possible without you, and always worth remembering that, isn't it, Mr. Autumn? Not the best. I was hoping to see your face a little bit more, Mr. Autumn. More, and hopefully read a few more comments here. Hinyata's asking if we can stop by Mondovia. I don't see why not, Hinyata. We could go walk up there. I know that Elise is finishing feeding Wildcat Pines, so if him and Arya are getting fed in their lockouts, then we'll just have to call it there. But let me zoom in on Mr. Autumn here and look through a few more comments. Okay, so Helen Johnson, interested where exactly you are. Opposite for us down here, the longest day of the year. Merry Christmas to everyone, both two-legged and four. So Helen, are you maybe somewhere in the southern hemisphere. That sounds exciting. Beverly Lawrence are asking if I'm taking off for the holidays. You know, I'm lucky enough that I am going to be taking off Christmas Eve. So I have this Friday off, and I am very fortunate for that. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you for asking. Daniel saying, that's a big bobcat. Mr. Autumn is a big bobcat. He is a big bob. Essie? Let's see. Essie's still taking her her sweet bobcat time, enjoying that chicken piece in the back. So we're gonna hang right, maybe see if we can check in with Bobcat Mondovi, and otherwise, you all can look forward to seeing another live post here at TWS tomorrow. But amazing to see that sun already so low in the sky. I know I keep harping on the winter solstice, but it's always amazing how fast that can set. Oh, hey there, Mr. Copper and Archer. A couple of goofballs. Yeah, Mr. Goofy, Let's see here. Let's see here. Oh, I see a Mondovi, all right. I see a Mondovi indeed. Truthfully, I see a Mondovi where I normally see an Aria. Are you sitting in Aria's spot? Is that Aria's spot? He says, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I'll get some few more comments. Kathy Barton wishing everyone a happy holidays, the four-legged, furry or not. I love all those fun sayings, Mondovi. I love all the new cat sayings that I've adopted since coming here to the Wildcat Sanctuary. It's so fun to see. Let's see. Don't want to click that. NC Cat Lady mentioning that you have an Autumn and that your Autumn was discarded and you were able to rescue her. That's so special. That's really awesome to hear, NC Cat Lady. That's so great to hear you were there. Megan Cusack on Friday during a live post, Tammy mentioned about potential Bobcat Rescue. And as of this morning, we are still unable to share many details about the rescue. We have let them know that we are off goes Mondovi after seeing Elise go inside. We've let them know that we have space for this cat, that we'd be able to offer transport. And so now it's just up to the powers that be to determine where that Bobcat's going to go. So unfortunately, no other updates or details to offer than what Tammy gave on Friday. But still hoping for the best. And obviously, look at you, Mr. Sarge. Is that a lynx? Yeah. And obviously, we'll keep everybody in the loop accordingly if a rescue were to take place. All right, here's Judson's final walk back to Essie's habitat. I really do appreciate everyone tagging along today and hanging out with Essie. We have enjoyed plenty of quality time with Miss Essie on today's live post and learned about her history and the life that she lives here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. But Miss Essie, I was hoping that quality time would include some of the enrichment that we placed for you. But Miss Lady, that is okay. Of course, she's gone back to a box that was placed in her habitat over the weekend. And I'm zoomed way in. I see some fresh shreds. She must have been sharpening her claws there on that cardboard box. Classic cat move, Miss Essie. Another classic cat move to deny us of what we think you might enjoy, and that would be that enrichment down there. Excuse me. Well, everyone, I think we made it to another conclusion of yet another live post here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. Like I mentioned again, we're hoping to get that new intern house ready for 9 animal care interns here at the Wildcat Sanctuary that we're looking forward to welcoming right at the beginning of January. So looking forward and really appreciate everyone's help so far, obviously, and thank you for those who are considering as well. It's going to be a great way to give those guys a special welcome and obviously make their home away from home from 6 months as they intern here at the Wildcat Sanctuary truly feel like home. Well, for now, Miss Essie, keep those paws clean. Have a safe and wonderful rest of your afternoon and evening, everyone. And you can look forward to seeing us back here live at the Wildcat Sanctuary.